sort of an apology and that can get the case dismissed. You put without prejudice. Is that still your position?
Did you know that they moved someone in the house?
Yes, I do know that.
Why didn't they contact me? When did that happen? Why didn't you guys contact me first? The judge said not to do that.
So you shouldn't make a big deal out of it, but
I don't know. I think it's kind of fucked up. I think it's kind of fucked up that you're representing them and that AMDJ went and put someone back in the house after all that shit that went down, and then they told the cops to kill me. You know about that?
AMDJ, or was it?
No, I don't.
Yeah, the tenant said that. The tenant said. Well, I don't care, dude. They're fucking. They're participating with the cops. So they called them again. They keep calling.
That's what we're, yeah.
Or we're renting from an incorrect person. If that happens, I'll have a beer with you on my way out.
Dave, I'm not trying to see you and your family get out of here. I didn't know there was a. I mean, honestly, I didn't even know. We didn't know there was even a tenant.
I didn't know about you until after we moved in.
You
see, everybody.
Hey,
would you just be? Would you be a?
You know what the police told me to do? The police told me to leave the door open, have you step inside, and blow your head off. That's what the police told me to do.
They said to shoot me at my own house.
They said for you to step through the door, and once you did, for me to blow you away. That's how ridiculous this thing is, man. I'm telling you, you can't be dead right.
It's firm. Ritas.
Vacate, this is Rachel. How can I help you?
Hey Rachel, what's up? This is Christopher.
This is who?
My mother named me Christopher.
Christopher?
Yeah.
Okay, and how can I help you today, Christopher?
I don't know. Someone from your office just called me, so I was calling back.
Oh, is this Christopher Fleming?
Well, I'm Christopher. I'm of the Fleming family.
Okay, yeah, Attorney Steven Rivas called. I know he wants to speak with you. Could you hold on one moment?
Cool. Steven Rivas. What, man? Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to transfer you to Steven Rivas. Hold on one moment.
Thanks.
Yeah, Steve.
Hey Steve, what's up?
Hi, Chris. How you doing, man?
I'm pretty good.
Okay, that's good to hear. Hey, listen, I did receive your First Amendment complaint. Okay, I went through it. I noticed on one of the pages, I don't have it in front of me, but I noticed that you mentioned that you were seeking from AMDJ, Diana, and I guess her boss, I don't know, and I don't represent them. I only represent AMDJ. That you were looking for some sort of an apology, and that could get the case dismissed. You put without prejudice. Is that still your position?
Did you know that they moved someone in the house?
Yes, I do know that.
Why didn't they contact me? When did that happen? Why didn't you guys contact me first? The judge said not to do that.
I don't know anything about a judge saying anything. I really don't. But if you prevail, obviously on the case, and the judge rules that it's your house, that obviously it'll be returned to you. And maybe, I don't know, maybe the umbrella amount would have to be disgorged to you. So you shouldn't make a big deal out of it, but
I don't know. I think it's kind of fucked up. I think it's kind of fucked up that you're representing them and that AMDJ went and put someone back in the house after all that shit that went down, and then they told the cops to kill me. You know about that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, the tenant said that. The tenant said.
My clients are Asian, as you know.
Well, I don't care, dude. They're fucking. They're participating with the cops. So they called them again. They keep calling the cops on me. It's like a big fucking joke, dude. Now it's like a. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to end up dead over this shit, and this is getting really old.
Yeah, I know. You know what? This is gonna be going on. A case like this lasts for years. I wouldn't be surprised to see if you make it to demurs and all the stuff that we're going to be doing for the next freaking 6 or 8 months, that we're on the 6th amended complaint, and a year's gone by, and then we got another 2 years after that before the case ever gets to trial. It's a lot of time and effort and a lot of stuff. You got anytime you get involved in the case, I don't need to tell you, you're a smart guy. You got to know, you got to be willing to go through all the junk and all the hurdles and all the.
Dude, you and I both know, Steve. I'm going through it with the DA and this SBC. So and the state. So I'm going to be looking at. I'm 27. So supposedly my parents say I'm 27. I got plenty of time, dude. I'm not really worried about it. I'm not trying to like have ADMJ already try to get out of it, because I'm gonna need them no matter what, dude. I'm gonna end up going to trial, and I'm gonna need them to come to court and be in there testifying, saying all this shit happened. And that's all I'm saying is that, dude, if there was just an apology, I don't even know why all this was necessary from the get-go. There should have just been an apology right from the get-go. I don't know why I couldn't just move my shit out of the house. Why did they have to come and show up with cops and file fucking false arrest reports and show up at court fucking 3 months, even 3 months ago? The same shit. Why didn't they respond to any certified mail? It's like, I don't get it, dude. Like, I'm the bad guy. I'm the crazy guy.
My only argument is to that is AMDJ doesn't have an ownership interest in the house. They don't claim, some guy named, some Asian guy from Asia, as you point out, and that would claim a title interest to the house. And then whatever the cops did, or
dude, I'm bona fide purchaser no matter what. Hey, as bona fide purchaser though, I still had security interest in property. I was still in possession. I should have just had at least notice, dude. They should have gone through the courts. Hey, listen, here's the thing. If ADMJ at any time ever said, hey, look, dude, we screwed up. Here we go. We're sorry. We screwed up. Here's all your shit back. And gave me all. Dude, where's all my stuff? Is it still in the house? Do you guys have it? Can I get it back or what?
Let me write it down. I can call them and ask for what the stuff is.
They have all my stuff, man.
No idea. You can imagine.
All my clothes, dude, my shoes, my girlfriend's fucking underwear, her bras, all her, like, everything was in the house, dude. Movies, CDs, like all of my parents, my grandma's, like, stuff that my parents had, like, extra, like, pots, pans, like, extra stuff from when my grandma died, we took back from Connecticut. Like, all that shit, I moved in the house because my parents needed all this extra stuff, we took it, like, that's, like, priceless, dude. Like all that stuff, I didn't think I was going to lose it. Like, I thought no matter what, at least the cops would be like, oh, yeah, okay, you got time to move out. Like, if they have to do legal process, you can't just skip all that shit and just go file, under penalty of perjury, citizen's arrest. Like, that's bullshit, dude. That and then she never even showed up. Like, come on, dude, this is all bad. Like, I'm not tripping. I'm not. It's nothing personal. But dude,
I mentioned that they're Asian, and it's because I have trouble communicating with them, so I'm not sure exactly what the heck's going on. And I have never sat down and heard the whole story.
Dude, go check out the YouTube videos, dude. It's insane. Dude, check out the YouTube videos. It's insane, dude. It's insane. So what? Now they just want to apologize and get out of it, dude. Hey, look, here's the apology. The apology is the apology in everything, in detailing everything, what they're apologizing for.
Well, that's one thing I have to ask you, and then let's save that for another date because Miss Lou, I'm giving you notice of an ex-party hearing for this Thursday, 2 days from now.
So you're representing Miss Lou. So you're representing Miss Lou.
I'm giving notice.
No, you're not. You're not giving me notice, dude. Then you're not giving me notice for her, dude. Steve, dude, don't fuck with me, dude.
I'm not representing her on this.
Then why are you giving me notice for her?
I'm over the age of 18. I give notice on a hearing. You have an ex-party at 8:30 in the morning in Department 12. It has to do with you visiting the house, and I guess the tenants are scared. As a courtesy to you, I can forward you a copy of the action. And it's her in pro per. I'm not going to be there. I'm not her attorney on this. I'm not her attorney on any case.
Then why are you giving me notice?
Because I'm working with her, with ADMJ.
Alright, so when's the hearing?
Thursday morning, 8:30, R12. And I will, if you want me to fax it to you or something, where you can come to my office and pick up a copy. Yeah, like I said, this is the way I look at the case. I have nothing against you. I have nothing against any anybody here. I've been retained because ADMJ.
Dude, I know that you're answering all their shit pro per. Don't lie to me.
No.
Someone's putting their shit in pro per demurs. They look exactly the same way as yours. Come on.
Actually, they had somebody else do that. I just I was hired with that demur. Just handed to me. All you have to do is file this. I'm gonna now I have time. I'm gonna be working for the new one. I'm gonna be working on a different demur. So I just didn't have time.
It's like copy and paste, dude. It's like copy and paste. Like all the defendants just copy and pasted their demurs.
There's a lot of stuff like you got paper. You print on both sides of the page. It's really hard for attorneys to read. And if the judge you put your little heads up. You put it on separate pages for the judge. The judge will be pissed off having to read that thing. There's a lot of stuff.
Right.
Like I said, this demur, we should be looking for 6th or 7th amended complaint by the time this is done.
Hey, I got 35 defendants, and I'm pro per, and I'm in proprio for.
I want to limit that number. Chris. Telling you, you're going to be hit with so much crap, and I admire what you're doing. I admire you working on it, doing your stuff, and trying to work through this process. But man, you're going to find it's daunting. It's Herculean.
It's all right.
And you got some big name defendants in there. So
yeah.
You have a hearing. I won't be there. I'm not representing this lady. She's asked me to call you to give you service.
Got it.
Okay? Because she's afraid of you. I guess some of the people in the house, and she's going to be there a lot. So, but I'm like I said, I'm not hostile. Like I said, eventually my client's going to be out of the case because we didn't harm you in any way. My client was doing Dutch underwrite, and I don't know the title situation, but it's rarely ever the
Dude, did you read my complaint?
Yes, I did.
Did you skip the part? Did you skip the part with the police? With the police report, you didn't see how she's in there testifying that I'm burglarizing a house and shit. You didn't see any of that?
I understand. This is what I heard, and I got a client right now waiting on me, so I have to get busy on that. But what I heard was she was in the house the first time you came in, and you forced your way into the house. It was in her face. You never hit her or anything, but saying I guess she was trespassing or she was committing burglary or something. I don't know. And that title, and I've never seen title in your name, and I've never seen a purchase agreement that would suggest that you were buying the house.
Because they destroyed it, and the SBC is holding it. That's what I'm saying. That's why.
And that might, I'm not even doubting you. That might be right, but to my client's situation, they've never seen those documents. So how would they know?
I can sue on that alone, dude. I can sue on that alone for them to produce the copies of the documents that we signed, that were given to them. They're holding them. Someone's holding the note, dude. Where did the security? So what? The security agreement and the promissory note just disappeared. It just went into the la la land. No one has it. No one knows. Contact One doesn't have it. They gave it to ADMJ, and ADMJ doesn't have it, right? So it's like, come on, dude. We'll figure it out. It's only a matter of time. We're gonna figure it out. Someone's holding all that shit. But I know you gotta go, so I'll let you run. Hey, thanks for your time.
I got a client.
All right, man. Take care.
I will. But like I said, you got a hearing on the 15th.
Dude, if you can scan it, can you scan it and email it to me?
I can see if I can get my secretary to do that for you.
Can I give you my email?
And I have your email address, right? Have my email address?
No.
What's your email address?
It's Chris spelled backwards, so SIRHC3 at AOL.com. If you could please scan it and email it to me, I'd really appreciate that, Steve.
HC3?
Yeah. At AOL. At AOL.com.
AOL.com.
Yep.
Okay. We'll work on that today. If it doesn't get done by the end of the day, call by 5 o'clock, and I'll double check.
Hey, this is on Thursday? It's on Thursday, you said?
Yes.
Got it.
Watch. Yeah. Two-day notice. I could have called you tomorrow and gave you notice.
I know.
I don't have to
I know.
a copy of anything.
I know. Thanks,
I'm
man.
trying to be cool, and
I appreciate that.
Like I said, I'm not hostile at all. I'm just a lawyer.
Hey, I'm not hostile either, dude. I'm not hostile either. It's just, hey, this is all personal to me. So maybe I should, like, you know, have someone else, like, negotiate with people, because I take it all personally.
And like I said, I mean, you know, whatever the police did, I imagine they were, you know, the way police are sometimes, most of the time. And all that stuff, it should never happen. I don't know. I don't know all the facts. I don't know hardly any of the facts, in fact. But that's where we're at. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to call me. You're representing yourself. It's just like your attorney calling me. We can call and chat about any business we need.
All right, love you, man.
Okay, man. All right.
Help you.
Okay, cool. Is Steven available?
May I ask who's calling?
Christopher?
Christopher, what is in this regards to?
He knows. Can I speak with him?
Okay. Sure, hold on. Let me transfer you to Steve, Christopher, okay?
All right, cool.
Yeah, hello, this is Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Hello, Christopher?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Christopher?
I'm fantastic.
Hey, listen, I just got back from vacation. I was fishing in Cabo.
Oh, it must be nice.
And so I just got in today. Well, yeah, it was a bad trip, actually. It was no fish, really
man.
rough. I was sick out there.
How was the weather?
Actually, a horrible trip. It was not too warm. It was nice. It was actually, the weather, temperature-wise, was nice. Humidity is always really high down there, and but it was just windy. So out in the ocean, it's like, you know, big giant swells. And it is a fishing tournament called the East Cape Classic, and we won it last year.
Oh, really?
And this year we took almost dead last. So it was really, really tough out there. But anyways, I'm back, and then I find out, hey, because, you know, our firm just represents AMDJ.
Yeah.
That's all we represent. And
I was planning on dismissing
and then, so
ADMJ based
before I
on...
left...
Go ahead.
Okay, well, what I was going to say is, it tells me, she says, hey, Steve, Diana Lau, or whatever her name is, and Yang Lu, the guy in China, and Andy Lau, which is Diana's son in Chicago, have retained us to handle the case, which I told them to do originally. I said, just pay the money and we'll do everybody's case. And so, and I noticed...
But they didn't do
she
that.
had noticed you've already...
They didn't do that.
You already...
While you were gone, Steve, they went and filed a bunch more restraining orders against me. So I'm suing the tenants now, too. And I'm going to go to move against Diana on a separate case. So I don't know if you're going to be representing her on that one, too.
No, I'm just representing him on this case.
All right, but you're not going to show up to court tomorrow at the conference hearing, right?
Wait a minute, I heard something about that. Wait a minute. That should have been vacated and continued out. Trial setting conference, we don't even have demurge done. Wait a minute, I think I am going to be there. I have the trial, I have AMDJ tomorrow, right? And I have to be there. The clerk said I have to be there. Yeah, Rachel was just telling me I was just being...
No, you're not going to that hearing for them. I'm going to object to it. I'm going to object to that, Steve.
But not for them. No, not for them. Not for them,
AMDJ
for AMDJ.
Okay, because I already defaulted.
You know what, I don't have the...
I already defaulted them.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at the paperwork right now. So
don't get involved.
And that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Don't get involved in it, Steve. Don't represent them. I'm telling you, man. Please don't do this. They need to go hire a different counsel. You've been fair with me, but hey, don't go and try to vacate judgments and do whatever you're going to do for them right now. It's too late. They already lost. They could have answered the complaint. They filed several restraining orders. Anything you file, I'm going to file sanctions against you. I'm telling you right now. I love you. It's nothing personal. But if you go in and you try to vacate my judgment,
I understand.
if you try to vacate my judgment, knowing that they filed, if you try to vacate my judgment, knowing they filed 4 restraining orders against me and they kept on getting denied, I'm going to file sanctions against you and I'm going to get them.
You should, if you feel they're filing frivolous suits.
The judge already said they're frivolous. The judge denied
frivolous restraining orders.
You better ask the client what's going on.
There is a remedy.
Just don't.
I'm not involved in those.
I'm going to take the remedy, Steve. But I'm saying, don't come into court tomorrow and say that you're representing Andy Liu or Diane. It's fine if you're representing AMDJ. I'm just giving you a heads up right now. If you come into court and say anything about you're there for Yongwang Liu, I'm going to freak out.
I don't have. And you and I have never met yet, but I'll meet you tomorrow for sure.
Well, they've been sending someone else. They've been sending someone else.
I don't have the signed substitution of attorneys yet.
Don't get them. Don't get them.
I don't have them.
Don't retain it. Don't retain them. These people, they're liars.
What I wanted to get at.
They're liars.
This is my point.
And I've dismissed them because you told me that you called me and you told me that you're going to file demur. So I said, okay, I'm gonna motion for dismissal from ADMJ. Because you went there and we were going back and forth and you said your client's not liable for it, and basically I'm going to go in and I'm going to overturn I'm in appeals court right now trying to overappeal my conviction. So once that's all done, then I'm going to go back after ADMJ and the cops and the Treasury and the judges and everyone else. So we'll go back. I'll go back on with that. But there's several other claims.
I read the complaint, and it seems like there's stuff that's happening with the police officers, and those are viable causes of action. The ownership of the house, the only person claiming title to the house would be Mr. Liu, right, in China.
No, he's not claiming ownership of the house. He defaulted. He's gone. He hasn't answered the complaint. He hasn't done anything.
Okay, let me stick to that point. Okay, this is how 473. It's CCP 473B in particular. If a default is taken and it happens because of reasonable neglect, if it happens within 6 months, it's very, very easy for an attorney to set the default aside.
I'll get an attorney too, and I'm going to file for sanctions against you because I'm telling you right now, if I have to do that, then I'm going to file for sanctions and I'm going to sue you personally.
I don't know why you would sue me. I'm just hired by a client to do a case.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, Steve, because I'm calling you right now, and I'm telling you that the defendants haven't filed any paperwork in there, and if you try to come in and vacate the motion on that, because it's crap, because they've already filed, instead of filing an answer to my law...
they filed...
No. Instead of filing an answer to the complaint, you know what they filed? Temporary restraining orders. That does not qualify as an answer to the complaint. Okay? And it's right there in my complaint.
But they initially filed a demur, right?
I'm busy, Steve, but I'm telling you right now, I'm busy. I gotta go. I'm not gonna argue with you about my case. If you want to do that, we can do that in court.
I didn't get to my question though.
What's your question?
I had one question when I called. I'm going to ask that you stipulate to set aside your default against all 3 of them, and then we just continue on with the case. And
I'm going to file sanctions against you. I'm going to file sanctions. Dude, fuck you, Steve.
It's real easy.
So, I'm not allowed to record my proceedings anymore because CCP, Civil Code of Procedure, says that you have to ask the proceedings administrator, judge, and the fucking defendant's permission. So, I can't upload the court audios anymore. Or I'm going to be in direct violation of court orders. So, therefore, I'm just going to reiterate to you guys what happened in court. Basically... after this phone call, this fucker calls me up 16 hours before the hearing, says that he's representing the defendants, Andy Liu and Diana Liu and Yongwang Liu, which have already been entered into default. Okay? Just go online and go Google open access SBC, and then put in, click civil, family law, okay? And then in that section, click defendant search and put in Fleming, FLEMING-AL, and then it's going to pop up civil case number CIVRS 1303056. And basically you'll see that the default's already been entered for them, so they already like lost. And this fool's gonna try to get me to stipulate. So when I walked in this morning, I told the judge, I was like, so the whole courtroom's full of everyone doing their civil cases, and they call Christopher Fleming versus it's my trial setting conference hearing. So this is like when you figure out if we're gonna go to trial. And I go in there and I'm like, I'm here regarding that matter. I'm going to enter into the ship with a full reservation of my natural unalienable rights remaining intact, and I'm not Mr. Fleming, my mother named me Christopher. Christopher, Mr. Fleming, we go through this every time. And I'm like, yeah, I know. He's like, what'd you call it? And I was like, it's a ship, right? And he goes, no, it's not a ship. We call it a courtroom. So I'm like, all right, whatever, it's a courtroom. So we'll call it a courtroom. So then we go to do the identification of all the parties. So it's their turn. So the defendants show up, and it's the fucking Kenny Keentan from, if you go watch the video, Sovereign and Civil Court, like maybe 3-4 videos I posted, maybe before all the Liberesh videos. But he's on there, he shows up to court, and this guy, the Rivas firm, shows up representing ADMJ Realty, okay? So they go, then while he's sitting there saying, I'm representing ADMJ Realty, then he says, oh, and I'm also representing Yang Wong Liu, Diana Liu, and Andy Liu. And I'm like, I object. And then they're like, hold on, just wait your turn. So he gets through this whole little bullshit, trying to get me to stipulate. And the judge's like, well, he starts going into his whole thing about how he's there for whatever, and about how there's demurs being filed, so I still have to go for all the demurs. And then bam, so then I'm like, Your Honor, can I speak? It's my hearing, can I speak? And he's like, yeah. Bam, so then I'm like, check this out, dude, I've already filed 3 times to try to get this default judgment entered. And there's no reason why the court shouldn't have already entered a default judgment. And basically, like, he's sitting there nodding, and like the clerk knows, and everyone knows that I've already filed for this shit for like 60 days. It's been going on ever since they were filing temporary restraining orders. And then now this guy's gonna come in here and try to get me to stipulate to the judgment that I already got. After all this that I've already gone, you're gonna try to get me to stipulate my judgment? No, dude, get out of here. It's not gonna happen. Even the judge said no. So then, he like turns and faces me. I don't remember what happened. I was like telling him, like, I don't even know who this guy is. I want to see his ID. And he can't just come in here and represent the defendants without filing notice of motion that you're defending them. You can't call me 16 hours before the hearing and say that you're going to represent them without filing anything into the court showing, hey, look at, oh, by the way, now that they're not being represented pro per anymore. Now I'm representing them. Okay, you need to file something into the court docket showing that. Okay, without that or without, I have no reason to believe that you are who you say you are. Who the hell is this guy? This could be some government agent they just sent in here to come screw up my shit with my house and make me fucking lose it in court, and that's what I did. So when I started objecting to all this shit, then I'm speaking too quick, and the court reporter wants me to slow down, and then I get all fired up, and he goes, I don't remember how it happened, but this fool turns and faces me. I was like, you know what, fuck off. And that's when the clerk was like, Chris, calm down, or the bailiff was like, Chris, calm down. And the judge goes, Chris, if you say one more word, we're gonna kick you. You have to leave the court. And I was like, this isn't even a court. This isn't even a court. And I slammed my tarot deck down on the table, and then I was like, and he's like, all right, you need to leave. And that's when I was like, all right, fine, and I grabbed the water, and then I realized she still had my phone, because they take my phone when I walk in there. So I turn around to go get the phone, and the judge said something like, tongue-in-cheek, he was like, oh, you want a lemon too? Because there's like lemon slices in the jug of water, like on the desk. So I just like reached my hand in there and grabbed them out, and that's when the fucking clerk like grabbed my hand and was like, hey, and you tainted the court's water jug. And it's like, this isn't even a court, dude. The whole thing's a big fucking sham. And I just stormed out. So basically, and then I called the clerk. I apologize. You know, I got to calm down and not freak out when I go to court. But it's like, I knew they were going to do this. And this is what they do. They come in, and the Treasury defendants were there for Bill Locker and Mark Paxton. And then who else? ADMJ, Yang Wong Liu wasn't there. Kenny Keentan was there. So it's like, no matter what, I should still get my judgment on my house. And that's what's going on. So we'll see how it all plays out. I submitted again to the court clerk for my judgment. So we'll see what happens. Alright, I love you. You know, and Your Honor, if you're watching this, I love you. I'm sorry I freaked out in your court. Please forgive me. I'm serious. I feel bad. And I won't do that shit again, I promise. I promise. Try like this, with the light on. Blinded by the light. Okay, so then I wasn't going to mention this part, but I probably should. So I'm just going to say this right now, on and for the public record. that I did have to mention to the judge that I thought it was unfair and prejudice that he was talking and conferring with the defendants. And he was like, oh, I wasn't meeting with the defendants. I was like, you admitted to me on the court record before you took my phone that you were talking with the sheriff's deputies and that they came in here and that they wanted to arrest me. And he goes, oh, I spoke with the head of security because they came in here about you recording in court. I was like, that has nothing to do with security issues. So you've already admitted you're not being fair. You're supposed to be fair and biased, and I was not freaked out and left the room. But then after all that, like today, so they go and return all their documents, and this fool tried to go and do exactly what I told him not to do and file the same documents into the court record. And I'm going to post a little screenshot on here at the end, but you'll see, like, sanctions, and I'll post what the sanction says. Like, I get sanctions for that, dude. You can't just do whatever you want and go file frivolous documents in the court, alright? Fucked up. Love you. Lit. Flying, like, right over the pad. Okay, anyways, so, hey, YouTube. Alright, so what happened was, I ended up having to go file sanctions on him on the 25th, and then I'm going to play the little audio recording of here, but I have court tomorrow in the morning for one of the demur hearings, but I'm supposed to be getting my judgment in the morning, so you guys can all keep up with, I give you the address, Open Access SBC, so you can follow my case. Hopefully it'll be all done in the next couple of days. Alright, and you know, I'm going to send that motion of, motion just for sanctions and the apology letter to everyone, so you guys all get copies of the, motions for the demurs. They're flying around up there, doing some kind of drill or something, I don't know. It's like circles around my house, but anyways, my parents' house. Alright, love you guys later.